Hello, friends, ladies and gentlemen, my business community. I have a lot of concerns, and a lot of people come in my inbox asking me different types of questions regarding business. Some of them are actually not even related, but I find it necessary to actually come here and answer some of these questions in general. So please, if you're watching me right now, I would like you to stick to this video, maybe until we're going to spend here a very short time. Yeah, many people come to my inbox asking me a lot of questions, and I've actually found it very much necessary to always come here and we exchange ideas. It's not only me who will be talking about these things. You all know, you all have information, you all know very many things that they actually have no idea about. So that's why we are building a community of like-minded people to ensure maybe we can come here and challenges. Yes, I've got very many people every day who come to my inbox, very many, and they cannot manage to actually attend to each and every one in my inbox. That's why we are bringing in this session of Ask Michael. At least every week, I'm going to be piling up different questions that actually people ask me. So today, I've just been with someone in my inbox. Unfortunately, this guy speaks French, and personally, I don't know French. So I have a very big problem with the language. For those people who are not Ugandans, people who are not Africans, people who are from countries where you find their language, the language that is common there is not that surely won't stop us from doing these sessions, from talking about small scale businesses. So I have one pressing question that someone asked me about business capital. Business capital. How much, like, as in, if the question comes in general, someone asks, how much do I need to start a business? Ideally, I cannot know how much you need. I cannot know how much money you need to start a business. Not until I have known which kind of business you want to engage in, you want to start. Here we majorly talk about two types of businesses. One is school chalk manufacturing business. Others are starting small scale school chalk manufacturing business. And we normally talk about the maize milling business, commercial maize milling business. So most of the questions that I have been having here on this channel are actually much more related to maize milling and commercial distillers culture production business. However, we are not limited. We talk about sales, we talk about marketing, we talk about production. There are a lot of other things that I don't normally talk about, like candle making, like soap making, um, and shoe polish, a lot more other things. And partnership, I have partnership with different other people doing different stuff. So ideally, we have some vast knowledge regarding different kinds of businesses. Many people ask me about business location, capital, marketing and sales, and I cannot be specific on something minus knowing where you want to start the business from, how much capital you want to start with, which level you want to start. But there are some general things I want to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching. Whoever is watching me right now, my name is Michael Anda. So thank you so much for always following. By the way, many people also ask me about money making online. Money making online. Yeah, I will have time and actually discuss about that also. But today, I'm going to be talking about I want to talk about general business problems in relation to the questions that I have had in my inbox before. Yeah, many people ask me, thank you so much for watching. Hello, and remember here, guys, this YouTube is actually designed differently. I can see the number of people who are watching this video, but I cannot know the exact individuals who are watching until you drop a comment. If you like the live, like the live, like the live, kind of like the live. Until you draw a comment, I cannot know how many people who is actually watching. It's not like these other social media platforms like TikTok, where you actually see the names of people that they have. Alan, but your name, Alan, excuse me. Your name, your name, you know what displays here is not your exact name, is the name you used maybe when opening your Gmail, because that's what displays here. So until maybe you say I'm this person, I will just read the name that appears here as per your Gmail account. So Elan. Okay, Elan, you are the one watching me. Thank you so much, because the name that displays here is absolutely very, very different. But I'm very grateful you are watching, and you have put in the initiative of putting here, of dropping a simple comment. I was still telling you that many people come to my inbox asking me about business capital, and our information that we always offer here is like, I've ever made it. You can start a side hustle somewhere without. We are struggling. You realize that life requires you to have money. That one can remove that constant, that money changes things. But when it comes to business, it is not a guarantee that someone with a lot of money will actually start a successful business. It is not a guarantee that when you accumulate much more money, when you raise much more money, then you are going to start a business that will grow, a business that will make more profits. It is not a guarantee. The most important thing is you, and by running a right idea, it does not mean idea. No, something that works. Actually, when choosing business location, I used to tell my friend before that today there are a lot of businesses that actually operate and they do not have a physical location, and those are entirely online businesses. I'm not encouraging you to start today and stock your things and start selling. It will actually, sorry for the network interruptions, it will actually depend on how you have planned your business. I'll give an example. I personally sell stuff online, and I don't know if anyone among you knows my place. And there are many people who have bought machines from me and they have never moved to my place. It means they don't know my physical location, because I do deliveries everywhere, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, South Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo, we do Zambia, and a lot more other places. So it means if you have reached that level, then you are beyond just choosing a right location, because you have a customer base. And remember always, when you're thinking about starting a business, the most important thing is not your stock. I know some of you people, you want your businesses to to look to be the biggest, and to make customers presumably think that you can actually make much more money. But it's not the case. Even if you don't have stock, as long as you have business capital, the right marketing knowledge and skills, you can still make much more sales. So which answer do I give to people who ask me, can I start a business without capital? Is it true that someone with no capital can start a business? Ideally, there would be capital, but something maybe that you have been using for other purposes. For example, if you are among the people who are watching me right now, if you're among the people who are watching me right now, there are some things you can do. You don't require additional money for you to start. There are yes, bro Gibson, thank you so much for watching. There are a lot of things you can actually do without, when you don't actually need additional money. Can you start a business without capital? This is something that is very, very important. Is something that I want to actually share with you today, because this is a strong reason. This is a strong point. This is a strong concern to most of my fellow youth. We don't have money. We have not paid money for business outside there. So how can someone ideally survive in the business world when you don't have cash with you? You said, is it good to involve your relatives in business? Involving your relatives in business is okay, but on the other hand, it is something that is most likely going to uh, to if, for example, sorry for the network interrupt, also where rules do not work, actually rules do not work, and we do most of our things based on feelings. We do most of our things based on feelings. I don't know whether, bro Jib, you are listening to on feelings. So now you have started your business today, for example, and you are looking for someone to promote it, and that could be the marketeer or salesperson, or you are looking for someone to work in your finances, huh? To work in your finances. Okay, now you bring in your brother, your sister, your relative, or someone who is so much known to you, and you employ them. Okay, you employ your relatives, you employ the people who are known to you, you employ your brothers and sisters, just because you want to help them maybe start earning something, but without considering their expertise, if they can actually do the work very well. Because like if you employ someone in the field of marketing and sales, ideally that is the, you put them in that critical position where business will not be bringing in money, and you will fail to service other activities that your business actually does. And another most deadly thing that relatives bring in business is you cannot give them serious instructions, just like other strangers that you hire. So bringing your relatives in your business is a good idea, but if you have brought them on a ground that those people are the right people to perform your work, not because of that feeling. So if you're bringing in, for example, your relative to your business, you put them in a position whereby even if they were not your relatives, the right people who will actually perform your work very, very well. So don't bring in your relatives in your business on ground that you know them or you are related to them. You have to bring them on a ground that they are the right people to do the work. Because as I told you before, it's so hard. It is so hard to put your brother, your sister, your relative on pressure at work. you'll find it difficult for you to even implement some of your principles in business. And as you are all aware, any business that is handled on a family level, any business that is handled on a friendship level does not survive. That's why most people are encouraged to start businesses outside places where they were born from. Why do you think most people encourage that? Because you see, strangers can support you very well, but people who are known to you, instead of supporting you, they will fear that you're going to be better than them. And they will instead start competing with you. That's the funny thing about dealing with people who are so much known. I never got challenges with my customers. Why? Because customers do not physically even know me. Most of them make orders and I deliver their things. So I find it easier to communicate with people who are not so much known to me than even people who are closer to me. When people are closer to you, like your family members, they will come to your business and say, they will ask very many things on credit. They will ask for very many things on credit. And guess what? The relationship you have with them and a lot of other things. If someone is your brother, you cannot take your brother to prison because they have failed to pay you. It's so hard. That will be at a level where you have completely disintegrated your family, or your peace in the family. So to me, if you have a chance of avoiding this is on a good faith, if you have a chance of avoiding people who are related to with you in your business, if you have a chance of avoiding them, then it is better to come home, contribute, support the family, but without giving them a chance to collapse your business. Most people not actually vision. They don't think the way you think. You're counting profits, they are thinking this is my brother, I can just do anything. They will become a problem to other employees. These things have been happening. I'm not just speaking about them from imagination. These things are actually happening outside there. So on fair grounds, if you can hire a corporate individual to come to your business to work for you, otherwise your business might not survive. Most family businesses do not reach maturity. They die at birth because people definitely don't agree. And those businesses are guided by feelings, by emotions, not principles and rules. I don't know if I have answered you very well. I've said only on grounds you can bring in your brothers and sisters in your business, but only on the ground that they are the right people to perform your task, and whether those people must be willing to follow all your business principles. You should have the authority and the audacity. Like, how will I chase my brother if he doesn't perform in my business? If that one comes into your mind, how will the family look at it if I chase my sister from my business? If you feel that feeling is there per now, then I think relatives are not the right people to talk to. You should address them. You're free to say, please, you can look for some work outside there. Then at that point, I think it is fair for you to employ people who are actually related to you. Now, as I was still discussing about business, starting a small scale business without capital, there are a lot of avenues you can use in order to earn some money as a youth. As a youth, there are a lot of avenues you can use to earn some money. Maybe if you're watching me right now, it simply means you have a smartphone in your requirements for most of the jobs that are online, because this involves marketing and things and sell them. It doesn't matter where you are. What does it involve? It involves partnerships. Partnership is a connection that you have with other business owners. For example, I might be here and today I get someone who needs iron sheets. I personally don't sell iron sheets, but I have someone who sells iron sheets and I know the price. So you can do a referral or act on behalf of the business owner to actually make a sale. And definitely that will give you commission. And there's one thing I want you to know, people who are listening to me. Some people who are commission makers actually make much more profits than business owners. What do I mean here? Because business owners pay rent, and spend their time at the business. If the business doesn't work, they are always there waiting for the customer to come. But these people we call kayungirizi. Many people think these people, these people, they don't have what to do. But these people make much more profits, than even the business owners. Because for them, they put in less expenses to actually close a sale than the business owner. Guess what? Let me ask you something simple. For example, if this pipe, if this pipe if this pipe have spent maybe a month here in this business, a month or two or three, it means there is an expense already that is on this pipe. And for the kayungirizi person, that one doesn't buy, that doesn't pay rent. He just come in to sell, and for him he can even double the price. That's why people who do this job easily make money than the business owners. So when you that you actually make much more money than them, and that's at the end. But even if you don't own a business today, you don't have capital with you. But the most important thing, and God has helped you, you have a smartphone in your hands today. You have a smartphone in your hand, you have the capacity to buy data on it. Then there's one thing I would like to encourage you to start becoming. Actually, start becoming a creator, not just a consumer. I'll try to elaborate this. From North Korea, the name is Ed Mloch. Ed Mloch, is this the real name? Or I don't know if that is the real name, but I would like to encourage you and thank you. Thank you so much for joining my live. And you are Hitesh. Hitesh, you said you're from North Korea. You are a North Korean, or you are just having a hustle in North Korea. You know, I'm very, very excited and I'm grateful to to have you, Mr. Hitesh from North Korea. By the way, I would like to have people here from China. I like listening to their stories. Working in North Korea, but you are from? Yes, my name is Michael, and I'm from Uganda here. This is where I'm seated, and this is where I'm doing my videos from. So you are from South Africa. You are from South Africa. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're new here, please kindly consider subscribing. But each one among you can actually create a so online. Doesn't matter where you are. People doing online jobs as full-time jobs. And this will, when you do right now a side hustle, selling things online, creating connections with people, later on you'll find the job itself will be start to be will be demanding. Allowed to use the internet here, so I have limited time here. You're not allowed to use internet in North Korea. Hey, those people are very strict. I used to hear Who is the president of North Korea? Jong 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 Jong. Hey, yeah, funny names, huh? And I hear there are a lot of principals in North Korea, by the way. So I'm blessed to have you here and meet here in Uganda, South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Republic of Congo, and all people watching me from those countries. I'm very, very grateful to have you here. The dark web at the moment to get into YouTube. His name is Kim Yu Jong. Ha! That's it. Kim Yu Jong. That's why I was trying to to recall that man with the hair like this. Yeah, I used to see that man. I think there are a lot of principles there in North Korea and South Korea as well. Mr. Ali, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching me. Ali, where are you watching me from? My name is Michael, and I'm making this video in Uganda. I would love us to build a community of like-minded people where we can share business advice. By the way, in school these days they don't teach business. This business they have made it as a discovery. You keep on struggling on your own to find out what works, what doesn't. But in school they will pump you with a lot of useless things. Then later on, when you go in the field there, you are looking for money. No one talks about money. Like for example, if you are in a profession and you have studied, even if you graduate, there are many people who graduate without knowing, you know, anything related to money. So money in Africa has just become a discovery. No one teaches us about how to survive business wise. Every school teaches us about professionalism. Yes, professionalism. And later on, when you go to real life, you discover that you really need to create a hustle for yourself through your own innovation. So that's why most of these platforms like mine have come out to share with you a few of the things that we know. Maybe you can pick an idea from there, develop it yourself. We may not be knowing everything about the business that you want to actually venture in, but at least we have some hint, we have some simple information. And I would like next time to have I would like next time to have here some of you people. I give you invitations, you come here and we discuss. I'll be bringing in options for people to join my home each other. Yes. Someone said, but they scored scared of me here because I'm South African. They are never seen. They never seen someone so tall before. Oh my God, they are fearing you because you are tall. If they don't fear you, they may end up mistreating you. So you are the tallest man in South Korea, North Korea right now. Yes. So I'm blessed to have you, Mr. Ali. Thank you so much for joining my live. And people from South Africa, people from Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya. Yes, Salma. You said let me see. I'm your big fan, Michael. Thank you so much. I teach English here. Yeah. Most people who go to those countries, the North Korea and South Korea, I think there are a lot of opportunities for English teaching. So, good job. Keep it up, man. Push on, push on. You never know. You can raise some good capital that can help you venture into your business, enter into self-employment, or even start a very big business. Uh-huh. You teach English online? Oh, so these are the opportunities I want you to discuss with my viewers. How do you do that? How do you teach English online? Are you how do you teach English online? How do you teach English online? Are you teaching North Koreans online, or you are teaching other people outside the country where you reside? You teach matrix online. Okay. So, yeah, that is one of the online opportunities, by the way. If you are an expert in any field, mostly English teachers have have gained a lot of advantage of creating online classes, more so in those countries that are not speaking. Ah, but you ever had is Michael Afton? I'm not getting your message very well. When I go back to South Africa, I'll teach Chinese children online. We offer degrees as well. Oh, that's good. So you can also teach me. You can also teach me. You can also teach me Chinese. By the way, this morning, and I don't was entirely speaking French, so I was unable even in French. So you guys, I encourage, if you have a chance of learning a different language, no matter which language, just learn it. One day, one time, it will help you. One day, one time, it will help me. If you like, for example, if you are an African, learning French is very, very important. French is a very, very important language here in Africa, because most African countries actually also speak French. So for us, we are entirely English speakers. Here, French, Kiswahili, and English, they are the important languages someone should get into learning. So it will help you somewhere. So for us, you find we are here in Uganda, but if you want to go communicating with some of the people, and they will easily identify you as a stranger if you cannot speak their language. So it's better to be linguistic, to learn different languages. So you're already familiar with Chinese language. Yeah, I want to learn the Chinese language also. If I get a chance, by the way, I can enroll for a Chinese language class. Uh-huh. Ndukurunje talio. Zank sana Geofield. So Spanish, but not really here in Africa, because here in Africa, countries like Rwanda speak French, Democratic Republic of Congo speaks French, and a lot more other. I have a network most important. Are you sure? But Arabic, until you move to the Gulf, you move to Asia. They are, I think, in Africa here, apart from South Sudanese, it is very difficult to find Arabic. And by the way, the fact that this is most people speak Arabic, uh, Muslims speak Arabic, so they have chances of learning this language faster. Yeah, they have a chance of learning this language faster. Mm-hmm. Urdu, Portuguese. Mm, not really here in Uganda. for us here, the 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 languages that are very very common here in Uganda, you can maybe meet a friend from Democratic Republic of Congo who speaks French. You can meet a brother from Rwanda who speaks French, and you can meet people from Kiswahili. You can meet other people from Kenya who speaks Kiswahili. And here, of course, in Uganda, the most common language is English and our other local languages. So for us here, that's why you find it, every school at least teaches English. Unlike Kiswahili also, we learn it in school, but it fades because after some people drop it off. Your English is good but not excellent. That's why it's hard to get a job abroad. My brother, I've been abroad before. It's not, this is work personally. No one chased me. My English is not at a level of someone who can fail to get a job abroad. I've been abroad before. I worked there for 5 years. So there's nothing someone will speak and I don't understand. And I don't think I'm at that low level of not understanding English. Here we have been speaking English since childhood, so I think that English does not define me now. English does not define me now. I can speak Zulu, yes. Zulu, that is, I think, South Africa, there. But here in Uganda, I don't think people even know. I think it is Zulu. I have heard about it, but it is mostly a language that is spoken in South Africa. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Working abroad, that one is no longer an issue. I've been there before. So we just left to work abroad. Long time ago. It's 2 years now since I left. It's 2 years now. I passed the English test. Pronounce my name. Your name. You write your name. English is not about pronunciation because that differs depending on your background. So pronunciation is not knowing English. That is could be your accent, and it is also learned, by the way. But here, the English that we learn, we don't learn American accent and blah blah blah. But speaking English is not accent because you can learn the accent part, and also your background will actually determine which kind of English, which kind of accent you're going to speak. Lol, not about pronunciation. Oh my god, what is it about? I think life does not rotate on the language. And for me, what I need to learn is now the basic about the language. There's nothing I've gained because I have learned English. There's nothing I've gained because I can speak other local languages. The only thing is to make it easy for you to collaborate. I'm not being. It's about conversational English. I'm not being bad, but a person that hears you will think you are a scammer. Sure. How is the language related to being a scammer? How? You can try to in a call center. No, 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 no. No, you are in North Korea teaching English. How do those people speak English in South Korea? I think they are much more worse than me. Yeah, I'm not. Your network is bad. I know that one is I'm very sure the network is bad. There is no power here, and definitely, I have no doubts about that. The system is just like that. Yeah, there's no power where I am right now, and the internet is surely poor. I understand that. Otherwise, it's coming to an hour. I thought I would be here for around 30 minutes, but to those people who have been watching me, I cannot work in a call center. I don't feel like I should look for a job working at a call center. Surely, that's not my dream. I don't feel like I should look for that job, even if God bless me with that opportunity. Yeah, surely not about communication. Yeah, there are people who do not even know the English I'm speaking to, but they are in high positions in some big companies and they don't know how to speak English. The problem with most Africans, I have heard this several times, when a fellow African cannot speak English, you think those people might be stupid because they don't know English. But English does not define us. It would be good if you told me you are very well conversant with your local language than even speaking English, because as Africans, English does not surely define us. They don't define the type of knowledge we have in our heads and what we can actually manage to do. The students here definitely speak better than you, but that's because from us speak fluent conversational English. I didn't say you must work in a call center. I said your accent sounds like you are come from a call center. No, Kale. For me, I don't teach English, and I'm not an English teacher. I learned my basic English to communicate. I've not looked for a job to be a teacher for English, and I surely don't know everything. I'm not from those English-speaking countries where people are born speaking English. And I believe mentality in me that English, speaking a language, does not define an individual. I will give you an example. I buy things from China. I buy things from China, and I have my Chinese suppliers. I have my Chinese suppliers, managers of big companies that supply me. I buy cameras from China. I have very maybe big people in companies that manufacture some products. I buy lights. But if I want to assure you, I struggle communicating with people because some of them feel the world is not about a language. The most important thing is communication, and communication comes in when you can manage to understand each other. So that's the most important things. Africans, if someone is in a very big position and you make a mistake, maybe in a tense, maybe in the pronunciation of something, as long as you make a mistake here, people will think you don't understand. That has been already instilled in us Africans to believe that when you are an African and you are intelligent, you must be speaking like American English, you know? That has already been instilled in us Africans. And you know, when a fellow African makes a mistake, oh my God, people will laugh at you. People will laugh at you. Hmm? And even if, to me, right now, I believe that is very true. Like anyone among us, we know everything. But I cannot go in school to learn English right now. I cannot go to school to learn English right now because unless if I'm going to look for a job to surely begin teaching English. But my English can be, I can make a conversation with someone, I can read, I can understand, I can transact, I can make business, I can travel. I don't think I can go back to learn English right now unless if surely I want to graduate as a, a professional English coach, which I don't think I'm looking at right now. But Africans, we have that mentality, and it's it's from the background that we have. English came, it was imposed on us. We gave it powers. We made stronger than our mother languages. Today, if an African makes a mistake in English, we blame them, we curse them, we make them stupid, we make them look nuisance, and that's the world we are living in. But ideally, that was not even part of my conversation that I wanted to make today. But partly, we need to ourselves. Yeah, it can. Maybe the language is paying you as an individual. Yeah, but even me, right now, by the way, I'm gaining a lot because I can speak this little English you call small, you call little, you call substandard. This is making me survive. That's why most of people are struggling to learn the basics, because this helps us make transactions, create business, talk people, make connections. Because for me, here on this channel, we are almost close to 7,000 subscribers on this channel. 7,000 subscribers. Not everybody comes from Uganda here. I started this channel when I was abroad, and some of the subscribers, because my videos used to be suggested to people where I used to stay, and most of the people subscribed. Today, the community has grown. We are almost 7,000 subscribers. I don't think everybody speaks English very well. And if people felt like maybe what we are talking about is not coordinated, cannot be understood, most people wouldn't be here because they wouldn't be understanding my language. So perfecting, speaking the accent, that's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is sharing my message. As long as you can hear me, whether I make mistakes, it's not my mother language. Surely it does not define me. Yeah. So comments that have come here. You said I should pronounce your name. That's not the most important thing. Yeah, as long as you are the one. That's what I was telling you. As long as you are the one, then whether I pronounce your name in which way, you still remain the one. That's what we should learn. For example, if you call me you guy, as long as you're calling, whether you call me my name or you not my name, whether you pronounce it wrongly, as long as I remain the one, then I'm me. So it means without my name, I can be myself without my name. For example, if I changed my name to somebody, to some other name right now, I'll still remain the same individual. I'll still remain me. So that's not that does not, my name actually does not define me. Even if I'm given another name today, I will remain the same individual with the same personality. Um, this think they no, I don't think they are stupid. Anyway, Kim Yu Jong is going to catch me. Kim, you said okay. Kim Yum Dong, Kim brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the time, and surely thank you so much for the great conversation. And I surely wish you good luck in everything you are doing there in North Korea. And thank you so much for being my great follower. Ah, thank you so much for being my great follower. Mm. Hey. Bye bye.